All right. So best of 5 tier 3 matchup between Part-Time Gods and Squirrel Brigade. Manly gets a good face-off, comes back to Jam, and he just throws it in front. Jam with a huge goal to start things off. I wasn't even prepared for him to challenge that fast. I am an accounts manager right now for a shipping warehouse. As ManlyLooks up the sidewall, Chewbak able to send it back down in front. Jocko, he'll just peel off as Jam sends this one back down. Jocko to the sidewall. Big read by Jams as he'll put it off the backboard. He looks for the demo rotation. Heads up play there on the side of Squirrel Brigade as ManlyLooks tries to put one on. Jams with a big follow-up still out in front. Squirrel Brigade just pouring on the pressure. And look at that. Squirrel Brigade up 2-0 here in the first 30 seconds. So Part-Time Gods maybe a little stunned with the pace of play right away as Chewbak, he'll take this one up the wall. ManlyLooks, he'll send it back down in. Jocko can't reach it as ManlyLooks gets a nice 50 out in front. Chewbak jams. He'll just turn on this as ManlyLooks up the sidewall. ManlyLooks gets a good placement shot. That one's going to drift in. Jocko with a huge save as Jams with a big follow-up puts it to the far post. And Jamslikesjam with 2 to his name already. Getting a good placement shot. So Squirrel Brigade coming out hot and heavy with their offense here in game 1. Jamslikesjam to the sidewall. He might try a little doomsy out in front, but Manly, a great follow-up. Dunking that one in. And the synergy between these two players is looking clean here early. Part-Time Gods, they have to find a little control on the ball as these face-offs from Squirrel Brigade have looked so good. Jams to the sidewall. Jocko back down. That's a good cut inside. He has one man to beat. ManlyLooks, last man back. Jocko to the far side. And ManlyLooks able to make the save. Chewbak going to look for a little double tap off the wall. Still back out in front. Jocko, far corner. And a great play by Part-Time Gods to kind of get some momentum going in game 1. Jocko, great follow-up. But Chewbak, the one setting up that goal. ManlyLooks, another face-off win. Jamslikesjam tried to stuff it in. Jocko with a huge save. Manly back down. Now Jocko to break out. ManlyLooks going to have to challenge that as he wasn't sure where his teammate was going to spawn. Manly doing a good job. He'll try and put that back, but Jams had already turned for the rotation. Good demo play coming out of Chewbak. Jocko not in position yet. Now he'll take the blast. Off the sidewall, he's looking for the demo rotation as Chewbak plays it off, and now it's a rush the other way. Jams looking for the little doink up to ManlyLooks, back down to Jams, and Jocko able to cut it across. ManlyLooks, big fake Jocko, 2v1 now as ManlyLooks trying to hustle to get back. Jams challenges him across midfield. He'll manage to steal the boost as well. Chewbak's out in front. Manly, great shadow defense as Jocko going to take a shot. Plays it off the sidewall. Jams going to send it down. He's trying to get that short side, but Jocko already back, able to turn it away. Chewbak up for this one, gets a good touchdown field. Doesn't really have the boost to pursue it as ManlyLooks hits it right into Jocko's awaiting car, and he couldn't get it to that far side as Jam had it covered. Jocko, good 50 along the wall. Jam to the far corner. Chewbak, he'll take his time. Chewbak just looking to follow. Brought back to corner. Chance here for Jocko. He plays it just wide to the far corner. Starts the demo. Chewbak back out in front. He has nobody to beat. Plays it off the sidewall. Still back out in front. ManlyLooks with a touch. And they're able to weather the storm as that was a good chance as Jocko kind of harassing ManlyLooks from behind, getting these bumps. So a good adaptation there by Part-Time Gods, trying to kind of harass them off the ball as they have been quick in their rotation. And Chewbak up the sidewall. This is, of course, a best of 5, so they can go down a game. It's just when you get into that second win territory that it becomes a little precarious, as it is must-win territory then. Jocko, great save as he's on the goal line. Chewbak, little touch pass back down to Jocko. ManlyLooks going to try and challenge him. Chewbak had committed on that. Jocko, last man, gets the save off the post. Back out in front. Jams with a shot. Big save again. Manly able to finish. And Squirrel Brigade all over these rebounds. And they're up 5-1 with just a minute left. Jocko making an incredible save on Jams. Just not able to get the follow-up recovery. Chewbak not able to send this one deep. He'll cut back inside, though. Jocko back down. Cuts. Looks for the demo, but Jams stepping up to the plate this time. So another good adaptation on the side of Squirrel Brigade this time. As Jams with the immediate challenge, recognizing that Part-Time Gods has started to go for some of these aggressive demo plays. Opts to just challenge early. And we're 1 goal away from the Brazil in game 1 with 49 seconds. Chewbak through mid. Manly gets a 50. It's going to come back to Jams. He'll take his time as he cuts across midfield. Touch pass over Jocko. He's going to play it down to something. He's going to look short side. Little rebound out in front of Jocko. Able to find it. Still back. Jams trying to cut it. Still with it. And Chewbak manages to clear it out in front. And he will be able to take it all the way across mid. Never mind, the big 50 from Jams comes to Jocko. Still out in front, and Jams with a good follow. And we have a Brazil in game 1. And Jams, good job tracking the ball. Has had some excellent defense up through that offensive zone. Manly losing this kickoff as he has been great inside the dot already. Chewbak back down. He'll let Jocko take this one to corner. 6 seconds left. The pinch out from ManlyLooks. Comes short in the own goal as he tried to push that one out of net. Chewbak. Not much he can really do with this ball as Jams is already flying in for that challenge. Jocko gets a good touch as Chewbak send this one down, and Squirrel Brigade going to be able to take game 1. See what adjustments Part-Time Gods can make. Had the right idea with some of these demo plays, trying to set up these 2v1 scenarios. It's just when the face-offs and the long clears coming out of Squirrel Brigade, they're able to read these touches, forcing this defense to kind of come across and make saves down to the corners where they're ready and waiting. So we'll see what Part-Time Gods can do here in game 2. So game 2, Jamslikesjam doing a good job of staying consistently offensive, but ManlyLooks has won all but one face-off, I believe, that he's taken tonight. As Jam's going to take a shot to the far side. Jocko will turn to the side. He'll follow down to corner. Jams, he's able to take control. Chewbak, the last man back as Jocko. He's going to tell him to challenge. Comes back down in front. Jocko. ManlyLooks had already peeled off that ball, but still a chance here for Part-Time Gods. Off the post, out in front. And Jams able to push it down the corner. ManlyLooks going to take it from there. Jocko up the sidewall. He'll go for it now. Good 50 out in front. Chance here for Chewbak. Takes the shot off the sidewall. Chewbak. Touch pass down. Jocko not going to challenge as both members of Squirrel Brigade were ready and raring to clear that over his head. Back down in front. ManlyLooks He'll just take his time. He'll shadow this one to his own corner. Looks for the challenge. Can't get the touch, and Jams kind of peeled back in on that ball. He gets a bad recovery out in front. Chance for Jocko, but again, just not willing to commit on that as the game is even at 0. Jocko, he'll run this one up the wall over his net. Jocko faking the clear. Comes back out in front. Jams, good tracking on the ball, and he is just shadowed so closely on offense. Just kind of capitalizing on any little mistake that Part-Time Gods does with handling the ball near these corners. So Squirrel Brigade again with the early lead. Chewbak sends it down. ManlyLooks. He'll play this one up. Jocko back down in front. Jams across to ManlyLooks. Good passing play. Manly tried to take another touch, but Chewbak will just steal that away from him. Jams next man in, and Jocko, he'll hustle to corner. Can't get the touch. ManlyLooks back out in front. Jams right on the doorstep. And Squirrel Brigade, great communication as Manly calling for that ball out in front, and Jams just being there for it. The Squirrel Brigade up 2-0. Still a lot of time for Part-Time Gods. 3 whole minutes as they have seen their fair share of offensive opportunities. Unfortunately, just around the net as it has rung off the sidewall and the post a number of times. Chewbak, good center out in front. Jocko up for this, and he's going to bury it. Farce, never mind, off the post again, and Chewbak off the crossbar, and they finally get it as it has hit every post known to mankind. Jocko, great placement on that first shot, and Chewbak, the follow-up, bringing it off iron again. And Part-Time Gods in this game, just down 1 now, still with 3 minutes left. Jocko, touch pass over to Chewbak. He'll take this one in. The demo coming out from behind by Jams. Look out. Jocko trying to keep the offensive pressure alive. Good shadow defense. Manly takes a look. Back out in front. Jocko up. Tries to play it down to his teammate. Manly just going to let Jams have this one. Good challenge by Chewbak, but Manly already pre-jumping this one down to corner. Chewbak going to stay with the play. Still at 50 boost. And he'll just rotate out and grab these big pads. Chewbak back down in front. ManlyLooks gets a good recovery, but Jocko going to play this one over top. Jams has to get back to this ball. Still on the line, off the post, and Jocko, following his own rebound, able to tie this one up at 2. Jocko making that first save hard for Jams by chipping it over him. And following that one up, Part-Time Gods coming back in a big way. After it was a one-sided affair in Game 1, Part-Time Gods, great adjustments here in Game 2. Keeping themselves highly competitive as they're kind of waiting for more mistakes on the side of Squirrel Brigade. As Jocko, good center in. Jams going to hit that one right to Chewbak off the sidewall. Still back out in front, and Manly can't get the double tap. Jocko, big shot to the short side, and Part-Time Gods have their first lead. Chewbak doing a good job pressuring Manly to hit that ball. He heard footsteps out in front, tried to clear it quickly, and that touch ends up right on the front of Jocko's car, and a good finish to the short side. Jamie Jams. Chewbak going to come to the far side. Jocko has plenty of time with this ball. He'll slam it downfield. He'll look to chase. Manly last man, and Jocko putting another one in for good measure. And the lead extends to 2 for Part-Time Gods. So 4 unanswered goals for Part-Time Gods. Finding them the first lead in the series, and now piling another one on top. Looking to even this series out at 1 in this best of 5. Chewbak. Jams keeps this one in. Jocko to the far side. He'll clear this one across. Jocko has been So dangerous here in game 2. Chewbak going to take a shot of his own. Jams going to stand that one up. Jocko back out in front. He's going to look to dish it off the sidewall, but Manly stones him. Manly looking for the quick center downfield. Jocko already back on rotation. Jams going to be back down in front. Chewbak with a backflip. Everyone missing the ball, but Chewbak able to get the recovery. And he'll put this one all the way down. That one's on net. Manly going to have to cut it over, but not in time, as he was completely boxed out of that play by Chewbak. So Part-Time Gods putting a cap on game 2, and they're going to be able to tie this series up at 1. Manly. He'll stay with this one. Cuts this bun back. It's like it's a big bump as well, as he sent Chewbak flying. Jams back down. Jocko. He'll 50 him, and Jams still sticking with it. He's going to look for a small center. Manly could not get there as Chewbak had pushed that ball away. Jocko, good carry to the sidewall. Jams last man. As this shot not going to be able to get away, and Part-Time Gods able to tie this series up at 1. So Jocko, the definite MVP for Part-Time Gods there this game, following up on a lot of these challenges that Chewbak got through the midfield, forcing Squirrel Brigade up into these bad saves where they can't get a recovery in time. And Jocko, the recipient of these plays, able to just bury it against that last defender. So we'll see what Squirrel Brigade can do this time around as they drop their first game. ManlyLooks had dominated the face-off circle in game 1. And Jams, this one looking no different as it comes all the way back down, and Jocko able to turn this one aside. And what up, Chef? Chef was on a team I happened to cast last night. We had a bit of fun, and I actually played against them for a little bit. Jocko taking his time, still with some boost. Good flick. Beats the defenders, and ManlyLooks able to get the doink as Chewbak was waiting on the doorstep, waiting for his touch. Jams wins a good 50. ManlyLooks keeping this one in. Chewbak to the far side. Jams up the sidewall. Jams gets a shot away, but Jocko right back to it. ManlyLooks keeping this one alive. Chewbak, not the greatest. Still comes back out in front. Jamie and Jams throwing that one back in as he picks the pocket of Jocko here. Sending it up and past him. And Squirrel Brigade finding a lead in game 3. Destroyed us, you mean? No, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it might have been, but I am a decent amount of ranks ahead of you guys, so it was kind of understandable. Jams. He'll take this one to the far side. Manly. He'll just go back to net as Jams slams this one down. Jocko not able to find a chance here for Jams. Plays it off the sidewall and in. Maybe still there, and Manly able to finish as that one hung out on that goal line forever. The little pinch came out from Part-Time Gods. It just didn't move the ball anywhere, which was crazy. Jams back to this one. Jocko taking the far side shot. Jams with a huge save to keep this game a 2-goal deficit. ManlyLooks getting bumped but in the backfield. Jams. It's going to be off the side while Manly going to be able to track this one down. Jams. Good control. Jams going to look for the 50 against Chewbak, but Chewbak able to take an angle and put that one to the side. Great play by Chewbak there. As he gets a ground pinch, and Jams will definitely block this one away. Jocko. Good follow-up, but it comes to Manly in the corner. Chewbak, 50 him, Jams, last man back. Now it's 2v1. Chewbak can't get the center, and Jams had challenged him in a hurry. Manly, shot. Jocko, big save as he gets another 50, and Manly going to turn back in on this ball. Chewbak. He'll attack. Back out in front of Manly. Back down. Again, Jocko. Good placement on the side of Part-Time Gods. Good field vision, recognizing these pre-jumps coming through from Squirrel Brigade, not giving them that double tap off their car for the redirect. Jams back across. He'll win a 50 this time. Jams. 0 boost. Jocko. He'll take it down. And it's a relatively safe to the far side. Manly able to get another touch. So this is tier 3. I'm not actually sure what tier 3 is, to be honest. It sounds like right around that territory. Jams across me. Gets a good flick, but Jocko, can he get there in time? Off the post and out in front. So with just 2 minutes left, Part-Time Gods, they need to find some offense, and they need to find it now, and hopefully it starts right here. Chewbak to the far side. Jams deflecting up the wall. Jocko takes the shot. Back down in front, and Manly able to push it to himself on the side. Jocko, last man. He'll shadow across and get a good challenge. Still out in front. Chewbak going to get the redirect. Downfield. Jams not going to be able to read it. Chewbak charge for the far side, and Manly will just clear this one out through mid. He's got nobody in net. Tries for the ground pinch, and now he's just waiting up for his teammate. Ends up laying it down right on the line for Chewbak. Chewbak. Patience is as patience does. Finally gets challenged by Jams. And Jocko trying to play it to himself to give his team time to rotate. Manly, good pinch down the sidewall. And Jams can't take the shot as he pushes it up the sidewall. Chewbak tries for that flick again. Not having it this time as Manly not buying what he's selling. Jams. Odd angle shot out in front. What a save from Jocko. And 37 seconds left. Chewbak. Part-Time Gods need a goal. They need 2 to tie it up. And they do not want to be in this 2v1 series lead. On the side of Squirrel Brigade is Jocko taking his time again. Jocko, again, good field vision. Recognized that defense was not going to step up to him until he had a favorable trade. Jocko on the demo now as Manly going to challenge him. Chewbak up the sidewall, and it's looking like Squirrel Brigade going to be able to take Game 3 and send it to series point in this next one. Squirrel Brigade doing a good job weathering the storm there as Part-Time Gods had some chances. 6 shots for them, 10 shots for Squirrel Brigade. But a huge defensive effort on the side of Part-Time Gods. 6 saves total. I don't think there is, Tech Wolf. I think as long as you typed back into chat, you're going to be fine. It counts you as an active viewer once you chat and you stay in it without it being... I think if you don't mute either is another one. So we go to Game 4. Squirrel Brigade trying to close this one out here in Game 4 as they have a 2-1 series lead in this best of 5, and Jam's going to get a good opportunity to right off the bat. Takes a shot. Jocko, big save again. Jocko has been critical on the defensive effort on the side of Part-Time Gods, and back out in front, Jams, and Jocko, perfect recovery, able to get the save, and Jams not liking that. He's going to demo him. Chewbak back down in front. He gets the boost steal as Jams hits this one across. Jocko back in. Jocko looks perfect. Feed down in front. Chewbak not able to finish as he sends it off the sidewall. Jocko just going to wait as Chewbak holding him up. And they're going to start their offensive rotation. Jocko back down the corner. Jams reads him perfectly. Jams going to be able to bury it. And Squirrel Brigade again taking this early lead. Squirrel Brigade just one win away from closing this series out. Manly, he'll cut this one deep. Trying to weave his way through the defense as he can't get the center there. Chewbak able to take a touch as Jams on that shadow defense. Jams gets a good center out in front. Manly has the open net, and he will bury it to the far side. So Squirrel Brigade getting some great touches. Jams just beating Jocko to that ball. And this team of Squirrel Brigade, when they realize that Jocko's not that one in net, going to try and pour as much offensive pressure on as they can. Jams from the sidewall. Chewbak gets a good pinch, and Manly able to send it back in. He'll leave this one for Jocko as they look to break out through mid. One man to beat. Jams standing him up. Jocko with a pre-jump. Back down in front. Jams takes it off the crossbar. And Manly cutting in for this one. He's going to take a sharp angle shot. Gets a bump out in front. But Chewbak's right there to scoop this one up. And now it's 2v1 for a second. Jocko was on that far side, but a booming shot from Chewbak just misses his target. Manly to the far side. Jocko will try and follow this one. Now it's kind of a foot race as Jams wins this. Back down. He can't get the touch, and Chewbak able to get this clear out. So 3 minutes still to play. And Part-Time Gods looking to start some offense here as the tip pass from Chewbak. Trying to find Jocko in mid. Broken up by Jams. He stays with it. Jams waiting for the touch from Manly. Off the wall. Back down in front. Jocko able to push it over top. I believe this is something like C1, Tech Wolf. It's Tier 3. Chewbak keeps this one deep. Jocko. Good touch over top. To the far post. Jams able to turn this one aside. Squirrel Brigade is kind of content to just keep this rotation up. Keep clearing the ball, getting quality chances as they transition downfield. And ManlyLooks going to keep it in. They'll let Jams have this one, but the 50 coming out a little late. Chance for Chewbak here as he tried to get that one on top of his car. Jocko gets a good pinch. Still challenging this one out. Chewbak has both players in rotation as Jams turned on that one. ManlyLooks gets a hit. Back down to Jams, and he will take this one across mid after collecting some boost. Jams. Sidewall. Back down in front. Jocko takes a long shot, forcing Manly up for this save. Now he needs to get back to it as Jocko trying to cut over. Back down in front. Good challenge by Jams as Manly under this one. Chewbak getting a nice touch as Manly had pre-jump for that ball. Oh, look out in front. Manly, again, with 1 minute left. Part-Time Gods needs to find some offense now as they are on series point, must-win scenario for them. And Chewbak knows it as he rushes this one down. Gets a good center. Back out in front. Jams too far. And Chewbak back down to Jocko. He'll play it off the sidewall. Manly. Chewbak gets a piece of it as it drops back down. Jocko to the far side. Gets a good redirect. And look at that. The little give and go again. Broken up by this defensive effort on the side of Squirrel Brigade as Jocko making a save on the goal line as now he'll boom it deep. Jams up the sidewall. Chewbak will play it back into his own zone as Manly going to chase this one down. Jams off the sidewall. Jocko taking this one up, and with 10 seconds left, it's looking like Squirrel Brigade going to be able to take this series 3-1 as Jam's going to get a last-second goal to put them up 3-0. And thank you again to Squirrel Brigade and Part-Time Guy.